I so wanted to start this episode with the horse like right here next to me, and as I got my recording software open, she just walked away. So Hope has been ridden for the day, and her fitness is going up day by day. She's 13 months old. Good horsey. Everything looks good on the farm. I'm not sure there's much we have to do. I would like, and we talked about this before, to do something with the slurry. We have manure. I mean, I suppose what's odd, I think we have some slurry here too. We should, but we don't. The interesting thing is the Hessian fermenting silo, as cool as it is, usually you have when you have a fermenter, you get a slurry. I wonder if I put one down, if we'll get slurry from this. I don't know. Let's take a look in the menu and see what they say. It does not look like it. It looks like all that it does, unfortunately, is give us silage. So, unlike the biogas plant or using a silo, do silos? No, see, no, it's not really. I guess it's the process of turning the silage into biogas, or using it as biogas. That makes, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not the silage process that makes slurry. It's the turning that into biogas. That's where we use or make our digestate. So 30,000 liters is great to have here. 29,000, whatever we got. I got actually 19 and then 8 in the tank. And I think if we were to get the slurry equipment, we might be able to, hang on, let's see here. I guess we'll go by brand. Of course, what brand is it? We'll go by DLC. Pumps and hoses pack. Oh yeah, shouting. We would need this, right? I mean, the smallest one is 160 horsepower, which is still too big for our tractors. So we can't really even use it. But my hope was to use something like this to put it down, because this will make it a lot more efficient. But I just don't. It's not going to work. So I guess we just use a little bit of slurry. The problem with dumping it on the field is it just goes so fast. I think when you put it through the system, it slows it way down. Ugh. Now, interestingly, how much does this cost? $3,000 to rent. I mean, is it really worth it for the fertilizer savings? It's not. If I could buy it, but I mean, this is expensive. So we'd have to rent that. We'd have to rent. That's not a pump, right? No. We'd have to rent this. So we're $3,000 plus $1,000, so $4,000 plus a water pump, which isn't bad. $548. So $4,500 to use up our slurry, and we may not even have enough slurry. That's the. I don't think we're making enough right now for that to be practical. It's a great idea, but man, it's so good to slurry your fields. I want to know how it works. I guess. What do you guys think? Should we try it anyway? Maybe we should just try it. I'm such an idiot. We're gonna do it. Oh, what sucks even worse is we can't lease these. Of course, thinking why would you lease hoses? But you have to buy them. Adding insult to injury, and we need a capacity 100 for water. Right, I should only need 2. That's gonna be our water. And so then I rented this. I can rent a second one of these. And we're going to lease that. Yep. Because we're only going to need this once a year, right? So let's see. We're going to grab the Zetter. That'll be our hosey tractor. I'm interested to see how this works. Do we have enough stuff to make this work? I don't know. But we'll get the first part with this. If it does work, though, it could be, you know, a good way for us to use slurry every year. We let it build up annually, and then I think all we have to do is set the pump next to the other trailer that we have. I've got all these things I got to bring out to the field to do this, but that looks like it's way overkill for the hose that we have. Where's the Pumpinator? Oh, did I not rent that yet? I thought I did. Leased items. Oh, I didn't. Anything for sale? No. Oh, wow. Yeah. No. All right, so we need the lease also. Oh, crud. How do I get to it? I wish that was a pump. Pumps can be used to pump liquid manure and digestate from an umbilical thingy. Okay, so we're going to grab that. That's actually not too bad to lease. $1,000 for that big pump. It's not bad. All right. Yeah, that was weird. It didn't let me pick that up, but okay. Yeah, so we have to attach the umbilicus hose. So this has to, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've done this, but I believe that the attachment has to sit near our slurry source, which I'm going to go grab. So we're going to put this here. And I forget how the water pump works. Maybe we should do it on this side. Isn't there a river? I thought there was a river over here somewhere. Oh, geez. I'm thinking this hose might not be long enough. Okay, that was a long way away. A lot longer than I thought it would be. So what we need to do is, yeah, we're just going to bring all of our stuff in. I wonder if we can use a water... If we set the water pump by a water trailer. I don't know. I don't even remember how the water pump... I think the water pump was just for looks, if I remember right. Like, as long as we can role play that it's real. Roll this here. Oh my god, this is so long. I could have maybe just gotten away with one of those rollers. So now we need to run over. We're going to need our slurry tank. We're going to need the Kubota. There's so much we have to do to put this together. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've dragged the umbilical hose over here using the tool. And I will now attach the water hose. So there's the water. Okay, now I need to attach the other end to our water pump, which could be anywhere, honestly. Let's grab our hose. And I think this should reach. We got a lot of extra hose. And we're going to put this in the... nowhere. I'm trying to find a place that looks like there'd be water there. We're trying to role play here, and it's not cooperating. I don't think this hose will reach the actual river. I know for a fact it won't reach our farm. So we'll have to bring in the water trailer. Use that for our water source. I will be back. All right, and I forgot that this tractor only has a hitch on the back. So that'll be fun. We're going to start undoing this hose here. Which I think, yeah, there we go. Now this is a 200 meter hose. This should be enough for us to get the whole field done. In fact, maybe more than enough. Trying to keep it off the field, or off the... Ta-da! Perfect. Okay. So we can go set this over here. And I'm going to get the water pump. I got those on backwards. That's the front. That should have gone on the front. This better work. What I'm hoping is that we have enough to do the whole farm. There might be. Once again, I don't think this just like slops it out. Water pump is next. Now, once again, the water pump doesn't really do much of anything, unfortunately. It's more for looks. In fact, if I remember right, I'm going to put this right here by our water trailer and pretend like... Don't crush it. That's something that the gator should have pulled out here. I don't know what... Let's see. I thought that this... Once again... And then do I get in here? And there's still no... Yeah, I don't know. I might have rented extra crap that I don't need. I'm pretty sure you need this, though, but it's, once again, I even made a tutorial on this, but it's been so long since I've done anything with it that I don't remember. This should theoretically go in water. And my neighbors probably love the fact that I'm driving all over their stuff. Okay, so does it need to be by a river? I'll be back. Okay, so apparently the water is not working the way that I thought it was going to work. But the pump still may work, so we're going to figure that out. But here, first of all, let's get our slurry hose connected. I need to find the end and not chop it off with a chainsaw, but we need to find the end of this hose, which I set here. And we're going to put this over here. Set it down. And then we're going to hop in the tractor. This tractor. And we're going to left button Y to attach the umbilicus. Now, we need to grab the other tractor and go get our attachment device. The spreader. We may not need that blue hose at all. I thought you had to attach the blue hose, or the one of the hoses, to the water, but I forgot you don't. You have to pay... You just place the pump near the water, which is really stupid. Or the water pump has to go near your pump. So it should theoretically work, but we'll see. Gotta attach this end of the hose. And that's our umbilicus attacher right there. See, it's got umbilicus written all over it. And we're going to go ahead and pop right over here. I'm going to run the hose over, crunch, and drop this down. Look at that. Ooh, so cool. Okay. It was right there. Nope, the left button Y. There we go. So let's start the pump up on this end. Please to God tell me that this tanker will work. This tanker may not work. Awful. Let this be your source. Slurry is being pumped. I'm so excited. However, I can't make this move. Crapsicles! This is about as close as I can get the water pump, and it's not activating. So I think that this does not, these don't work together. I thought that this would have a water pump, but it doesn't. I'm not sure how we do that. We have to probably get a bigger pump. So I'll look into it a little further later, but this seems to me like that's just not going to work. So I'll go ahead and return this. A return. If it's not going to work, there's no point. So let's go ahead and do this stuff. Actually, it'd probably be best. I don't know how we're going to do this. This is going to pull the hose out onto the field if I go this route. So it might be better to do this way and go back and forth that way. Yeah. Now this is cool. This tells us how many liters we're using. A ton. Uh-oh. Was all of this worth it, or was this an alternate reality? Wow. And that's showing us the condition of the hoses. So we're looking, we might have enough, actually, at this rate. What we're looking at, and this is, of course, I set this up the wrong way. It would have been a lot better to go. This looks like it's going to use all 8,000 liters. We have 19,000 total. We might get a couple fields done. This is more fields than we would have gotten done. What was I going to say? This is more fields than we would have gotten done if we would have just sprayed it with the spreader. But still, considering the cost of almost $15,000 to rent the stuff, and that's, once again, this is a very small farm. I wanted to try it out, and it was worth testing. But it is not worth it unless we purchase this stuff, which we could, in the next year or two, we could purchase this stuff. And then it's not as bad because over time it will pay for itself because, once again, the slurry is free. So eventually you're just running equipment running costs, but the rental makes it nothing. I don't think it was that much. How much was it? We had 55, about $12,000. But we own a hose now, or two hoses. And I would probably buy, when I purchase it, I probably will get one of those that has, like a tank that has the pumps built into it. That seems to make more sense. And we'll be adding more cows, so we'll be getting more slurry, so. So I think we'll get our three big, actually we probably will get all our fields done now that I'm feeling a little better about this. Yep. Looks like we're going to get this whole field done with one tank. Sweet. So I think this will probably be the next big investment on our farm financially, is to get the slurry equipment. So once again, then we're not paying for fertilizer, and I don't really have any fertilization stuff anyway at this point. But it seems to be that's about a year's worth of slurry, 30,000. And once I add more cows, once again, we'll have more. So at first, the amount that it seemed like it was coming out was scary, but now I'm not quite as scared. And since this is not cultivating, what we're using right now is not a cultivator spreader. This is just a spreader, which is why it only has a 70 horsepower requirement. It's big, but it doesn't require a ton. Oh, that was supposed to lift. $2,000 liters left. But we did it. I impressed myself. And we have 2 hoses now. So even though I've got the wrong color hose, I could either sell that or keep it. I don't know. We'll probably just keep it. Sometimes a farmer's got to try stuff out to see how it works with his farm. And I would say in this case, it works pretty good. So once again, not worth renting, but definitely worth purchasing. Which is a weird one, because usually stuff it's the other way. You have a big enough farm that you just rent it and use it, and you still make a ton of profit. This farm's the opposite. You need the equipment to pay for itself, and like I said, that if we have to rent every year, it'll never pay for itself. Alrighty. Oh, we have to detach. So we're going to roll. I'm not sure how I'm going to get it on this field, but now that it's this way, we might be able to... Actually, it looks like it'll work. We have to... Oh, I was busy looking up the field and not watching where I was driving. Now, what I'm going to do is... That's not what I want to do, but okay, that'll work too. We actually should set this down on the ground. There we go. So good. It said 160 horsepower, but really it meant 130. What else do we have leased? We got slurry tank stuff. We can sell this one. We don't need both. Not sell, but get rid of. So this is all we needed. And then we have the matter of the hoses that we bought. And I don't think that we need the blue one. We just need the brown one. So let's take a look here. It would be under what? Slurry? Forage? Cedars? Winter equipment? Animals? Animals. Nope. Slurry tanks? Nope. Hold on. Hold on, folks. So apparently once you're a hose owner, you're always a hose owner. I can't find a way to sell those. So, okay. It's a good thing well... We're going to roll this back and refill it. I shall return shortly. I've returned with a full tank of slurry. With the little gator. That was a little bit of a hair-raising ride. That gator is kind of small to run that. All right, pump is running. Tractor's ready. Lowering the umbilicus. Ta-da! And we're running down the liters in the tank quickly. But The nice thing is then we don't have to run any fertilizer once we plant the field. This is what farmers really do. And I think that's fun. To me, that is what makes this game fun and makes some of these DLCs cool. We've been using the new Go Wheel DLC with our Stone Valley Farm or Stone Mountain Farm. And we've been using, now we can use this on this farm and probably that farm. Slurry being free is an important element to our farm. We're running through it pretty quick on this one. Hopefully, it'll all go to plan and I'll have enough left for both. You know, honestly, if we get the three big fields done, that last little field's not as important, but it'd still be nice to get them all. I think we're going to get this field. We've halfway emptied the trailer, and we are over halfway done with the field, so we should be good. So we need to know that this is $65,000, and I think the pump trailer is $100,000, so $170,000. It's going to be a couple years. But the nice thing with the pump trailer is it's got its own pump, I think. I don't think you have to drive it with a tractor, but maybe you do. I have to look at that. So we can sell the slurry tank, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this is the route we'll have to go, and then just once the hoses wear out, we have to buy new ones. Our hoses haven't depreciated at all, so that's good. That's really cool. And I think this does have the cool factor that I'm looking for. And the other thing, too, that's neat about it is that it does use our slurry tank, which I think that's cool that it pulls. Who would have thought that it would pull directly from the slurry tank? But it does. And that is neat. Oh no, we're gonna run out. Oh no! Crap. I gotta run back and get a little bit more. Dang it. Sons of biscuits. Alright, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get more. I'll be back. And I've returned and I'm back at it. So just that little last... What the... Why is it not feeding? Something happened. Something broke on the pump. Oh. Pump wasn't pumping, that's why. That could be a problem. Last little strip here. And so like I was saying, I think the big thing for me was to test to make sure that we would have enough slurry to get all the stuff done. And it looks like we will. Now, this doesn't include our grass fields, but as we get more cows, we'll get more slurry. And then this will be worth it. Definitely see the conditions down to 99%. So we will have to get like the compressor that will clean out the pump. That kind of stuff. So we're done at this field. Let's go ahead and move everything over. And then we will... Oh, wait. I want to detach umbilical hose. And we're going to fold this up. And then what we'll do is, in this episode, we will put away this stuff and move it over to the other field. Man, I got a lot of things to move. But we should be able to do it pretty easily. So This guy's going to be done. The water trailer I'm just going to have to get later. Later, Gator. And once again, the compressor is what clears out the hoses, so we will, next year when we buy it, we're going to have to get a compressor to keep the hoses clean and clear. I think I'm going to want to run this field this way, which means I'm going to set up over on that side there. The real trick that I'm interested in is, can we pick up two hoses on one reel if they're connected? Because honestly, this brown one's good for here, but it's not great for the smaller fields. The 100 will be plenty. So let's go grab our reel. Driving ingraciously over our neighbor's lawn. Hopefully they don't mind. And I'm going to just back right into that on purpose. So let's pick this up. Oop. And my goal, once again, is to see if we can't get both spools or both reels onto this spool. Grab this. I think we just drop it there. And, yep, attach it. And we're going to change working mode to bring it here. Get this wound up partly. Oh, stop. Okay, so I want to change it to unwinding and start unwinding. And that's it. And then change it to winding. Nope. Freaks. Okay, now we're gonna hop. Oh, phooey. Actually, no, that ain't gonna work. Okay. I don't have enough equipment. All right, so you can lower that, and we're gonna go ahead and disconnect, right? Lift pump. Nope, I already detached it. Look at me. I'm such a good worker. Okay, we're going to grab this B, and we're going to put this over here. Why is it not giving me... Do I do it by this way now? No. I haven't. I've never done this before. I apologize for my lameness. So I think we have to unwind this all the way. Let's see what happens anyway. Let's see what happens when I just run into this tree. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is get both hoses to roll up onto this. If not, I'm kind of skunked. Okay. So if I come over here, we'll find out. This may or may not work. Now, the question is, will it pull the hose up if I do that? I don't know. Let's find out. It's kind of fun, though. Are you guys having a good time? I definitely am. No, you dummy. Okay, change to winding. Lower umbilical. Frick. So I can't because it's attached. It won't let me. Ah. So basically skunked. Now I should be able to friggin'. Okay. Well, that's kind of a headache, but so what's happened is I've completely lost control of myself and I'm going all over the place. Now I can start winding. Yeah, frig's sake. That's kind of disappointing. But it's not the end of the world. It just means I got to make 2 trips. I really only needed, well, I don't know. I suppose I should probably keep the longer one. Now the nice thing is you can take that off, like I can put the blue hose off the reel. And I probably, wrong way. And I probably will do that once I get over here. I'm thinking I might keep that one as the hose I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep, I don't think I can sell them though. We'll have to see. But I wish you could put attached hoses on together. That's kind of lame that you can't. Because you'd be able to in real life, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let's get the back here. Lower them, change to unwinding, toggle map. There. Oh. And so it just gets picked up with a forklift, so we'll just have to pick that up. This is, see what I mean? I told you this is going to be a pain moving over here. You didn't know why, but I did, because I've done this before. All right, so we're going to set that there. This other longer hose, we're going to just leave on the... Actually, we're going to put this back at the farm. I think maybe we can sell these back. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they have to be rolled up to be sold. Now the question is, why am I not getting the attach menu? Oh, that's why. Suck that thing right up. I think I picked a 200. Yeah, so it's double the length of the other one. Well, that did that. All right. And I think that pretty much does it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go dump this back at the farm, and then we'll use the shorter blue cable for our next operation, which will be in the next video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this as we put the shouting equipment to the test for doing slurry on our farm, which I think is, it's a little extravagant, but we've got the cows, and honestly, right now I don't have any way to actually fertilize our fields. I mean, like, this is something that's pretty important to, especially when we have these little tiny fields. I feel like it's kind of a high priority to be able to get some fertilizer down, because we want these little tiny fields producing as much as possible. So what better way to do it than using our free equipment? I mean, we're going to spend anywhere from $30,000 to $100,000 for a sprayer, and then $4,000 every time we need to spray or more. So we might as well just get something that does it for free once you pay for the equipment. So the initial investment is a little bit pricey, but there we go. And so I'll set this all up for the next time. But ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. This was fun. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.